Hi everyone. I wanted to, oh there you are. Thought you were there, but you're there. Okay, I wanted to share a real quick clip on spices. You know, some spices, we have spices and we use spices every day when we're cooking in the kitchen. But sometimes we're not sure how to use them, how long to keep them, and how long you should have your spices, and what happens. Well, anything dry that's been dried, it can easily turn into a mold and can develop some spores on there, and you won't be able to see them. So with your naked eye. So it's really important when you buy your spices that you know the dates that they've been actually produced and how they've been produced, because some of your spices are chemically, they put chemicals in them to stop those spores and stuff. And if you're like me, you really you want to be careful with the organic. You want to use organic. Of course, everything fresh is better. I love spices. I've always loved spices, and I've enjoyed spices like since I was a kid. And you know, I actually used to make pictures of spices. You could do that as well. Instead of tossing them out, you could make use your old spices and make some inedible displays. Like I made a sunflower for my culinary program, and I made it out of a salted dough, and then I put lentils for the seeds, and then I colored it with some spices, and you know, with my curry I used a lot of curry. I used turmeric to make the sunflower, and some cinnamon for the stems, and I don't know if I used any greens, but you can make some inedible. You could use them for a project, you know, instead of throwing them away, you can recycle them and use them for a project with the kids, you know, and it's not going to be that harmful for them, which is an organic way of making some art projects. So anyways, but I wanted to show you really quick about some spices and what I do when I go through them. My mother loves spices as well. Me and my mom, oh my God, those days where we used to go through our cabinets and, Mom, this is outdated. No, don't use this. Oh, I miss her so much. So anyways, we used to go through our cabinet, her cabinet, and I used to look at her dates, make sure that her spices weren't outdated, and I would tell her which spice to get, and we had fun. We had fun, me and my mom, with our spice ventures. So I'll talk to you a little bit about the spices that I do have here. Like I have, like I know everybody's familiar with Old Bay, right? So this one is dated. Best by July 31st, 2016. Normally you would toss that out if you haven't used it. It's only about a year after, but you have to consider the fact how it was made. Usually you don't want to keep these more than a couple months, because they have to, by law, you have to have like a rule of thumb. It's just like milk, like your carton of milk is dated best used by such and such date, May 12th, and say you leave it in there another week, it still tastes good. Well, it's up to you to take that risk. So so you got to be careful when you're with your spices. I hate throwing this out because it's almost filled and it's practically brand new, and I didn't check the date when I went to the grocery store. I should have checked the date on it, and that's what you have to do. You have to check the date on your spices when you are when you're buying your spices. Sometimes when you find them on sale, when they're on sale, you want to say, oh, this is on sale, you better look at the date because it might be outdated. Okay, so this one is, this had a date, and I was like, oh, this one I have to probably recycle, give it to the program here where they can, do some inedible objects, and they can, use it as a, but this is dated 11/27/2015, so that's like 2 years, almost 2 years. So, and I love this spice. This is like one of my favorite curry powders, Madra curry powder. It has all kinds of neat ingredients. It has a coriander seed, the turmeric, the chili, salt, pepper, cumin seeds, fennel seeds, garlic, ginger, fenugreek, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, and cinnamon, cloves, anise, and mustard. It's like the best you could use, like if you feel like having a curry dish, you make your chicken, you boil it, and then you saute some onions, and you can add that, make sure your chicken is done, and then you add the spice. Oh my God, it's so delicious, and serve it over rice. And it's yummy. So anyway, so unfortunately I have to get rid of that. I don't know what the date on this one is, and that kind of concerns me. So I'm not going to trust by keeping it, so I would toss that out. And this is a sea kelp. Okay. Sea kelp, this is organic, used by 2/27/17. I might keep it because it's only, what, a couple months, like maybe 3-4 months past its date. And, but it's so good. It smells like the ocean. And I like this brand, so I'll probably use it more on my fish, or when I want to use something Asian. It's good for salad dressings, sauces, veggies. So use your spices, tofu. These are really good for stir fries, rice and greens. I mean, and it's healthy too. It's like freaking healthy. The stuff is healthy. It's got kelp, rosemary, onion, garlic, thyme, red bell pepper, carrot, tomatoes, black pepper, basil, extra virgin olive oil, parsley, tarragon, lemon peel, orange peel, apple cider vinegar. I mean, this is like carefully made. Celery seed, dill seed, or oregano, savory sage. I don't know if you've had savory herb before. It's delicious. Ginger, coriander, bay leaf, turmeric, and other ingredients. I mean, it's full of nice spices, and it smells like the ocean. Okay, so what I do is I usually get a whole bunch of spices. I have yet to know what I have to use toasted buckwheat with. I've just been eating it, trying to get used to the flavor. It's different. It's a toasted buckwheat. It's delicious. I have ideas. They said you could put it on salads, and you get that little crunch. So what I do is, like, once a year, I clean out my cabinets with old spices, all the spices, and then I go ahead and I get rid of it, and then I refill. I save my jars. Like, I'll get like a jar that's already, and then I'll wash the jars out, and then I'll refill it. This is oregano. I don't have to label that. But then I recycle my little jars, and then I'll put tarragon leaf, and if you want to put the date on it, I know when I got them. So, and then I just recycle my jars, and then I fill them back up with the herbs and spices that I use, the common ones. Like, this is cumin. I use a lot of cumin. I use a lot of oregano. I like the thyme, the dry thyme. This one's Jamaica Me Crazy. This is outdated, so that has to go, which is sad. So be careful when you get your spices and get them on sale, because they're trying to get rid of the spices. So then I have to go and I get some other spices, and I look on very carefully. This one's will last me till next November of 2018, and that's great. And if you're going to use it, if not, then get them in smaller. If they have them in smaller bulk, you can ask the person, can I see the package of the date of the package that you put this in? Sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you might frustrate the heck out of them. So, I mean, I have other spices that I buy in bulk, and like I said, I buy it in once a year, and I like spice shopping, so I like getting a lot of spices. So anyways, okay, so then I have like, oh, like salt, it lasts forever. I mean, I don't even think there's a date on the salt. Like, I found some lava salt. I don't know what to, oh, well, it does have a date. November 23rd, 2022, and I got on sale. So that should last me a few years, which is pretty cool. Now, along with your spices, you always get like your smoke and your, this hasn't been opened, so this is like orange muscat champagne vinegar, which is what I use. It says 325.19, so this is good for about a couple of years. This doesn't have a date. I don't even know if smoke flavor has a date. So I'm going through this really quick. So like my pepper, that I don't like to grind my pepper, so I like to get it ground. And this is organic, April 25th, 21. So that's gonna last me a while. My little flavorings that I have some that I bought, and these will last me till. This is outdated. I haven't opened it, but this one's till next year. And like I said, you could use the flavors that have been outdated. You could use them as inedible objects. So, and then what it does is, like, when you make these little inedible objects, if you have a restaurant, or if you have like a family coming over and you want to scent up your place, you can make all these nice little things out of dough. You can make little sculptures, and you can add that in there, and it'll smell up the whole house, which is nice. And then of course I have like my extract, and I want to use, this is 2020. So I mean, go through your spice. This is fairly new because I just got it and I put it in there. And like your bottled stuff, like coconut aminos, this is seasoning salt. This is an alternative for soy sauce. Let's see, this has a date on it, and it has till June 7, 2018. And so let's see what else. Like, this is the oil. Your oils, they become rancid if they don't get, toss them out. Ugh. You know, the oils, this is a toasted oil. It doesn't have, but I think I got this not too long ago. Yeah, I got this not too long. It does say refrigerator after opening. So I may have to toss that one out because I didn't refrigerate it. Because what happens, like this red wine, it gets really ugly, cloudy. I don't know if you can see that. It's not clear anymore, and that's scary. When it starts turning colors, if in doubt, throw it out. Like, I wanted to show you this, but I'm going to toss this out because they have sulfites in them. Oh, it smells good, though. I like the smell of vinegar. Vinegar is a mold. So, I mean, you could use that in a barbecue sauce. I like getting, like, balsamic vinegar, and this one is, this is good till next year, September 23rd, 2018. And I'm good with that. And then, like, your Worcestershire sauce. Let's see. This is still good. I have like about a month left, but hey, this could make a great, you add that in your barbecue sauce. It's so delicious. You want to make a barbecue sauce? Yeah, that'd be good. And then especially your hot sauce. You know, your hot sauces, you got to check them. Make sure, and I always try to look for KSA, which is a kosher. There's a, you know, to me that's carefully considerate and thoughtful. And so many different, I mean, I look at bottles, I study them, I want to make sure I'm getting, I ask questions. If you're going to get like big stuff like this, and if you have a restaurant, of course you're going to go through this, but I don't have a restaurant, so this is good till October of 2018. So, and then just chili peppers, also the chili peppers. You have to make sure that they're, this is October 14th of 2018. Okay, so I think I kind of gave you an idea of how to go through your spices, how to toss them. I have these bay leaves were given to me, and I may have to toss them because they were given to me like a year ago, or maybe longer, I don't know. So I'll have to toss those. And then, if you could get the fresh bay leaves, those are even better. So I like buying my bay leaves fresh, just like my herbs. But again, like those spices are really, they're nice because they're like pungent. They're stronger than your herbs. But you want to make sure that you do not keep them for a very long time because they will become moldy, and you got to get rid of them. Okay, so as much as you hate to, like I said, you could use them for inedibles, and that is if you don't have allergies, extreme allergies. There are some places that people do have allergies, but those are just some ideas, okay, if you want to recycle your spices that are outdated, or you can just toss them. So, okay, I hope that helps a little bit about spices, because I know I had a lot of questions about spices. So, and I learned a lot. I did a little bit of studying and research on my own, but I found out, you have to be really careful with spices. So, okay, until next time, I'll see you soon. All right, smoothie next. Smoothie next. Okay, bye.